ring, 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 ring. That Kevin Durant, I'm a champion. Check the numbers, I'm a champion. Know the name and they know the alias, that's for sure. Gave him 44, now here's 44 more. Hey, I've been going and going like the Energizer. Yeah, I'm supplying no like a liza.
We welcome you to Miami, Florida. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, this might be the greatest club in the NBA.
Ooh, Ed, I'm ready. I'm really relaxed, but I get worried. The letters MIA is actually a distress signal. I've seen it personally. A lot of players go missing in action in South Beach.
Well, come on inside the AAA American Airlines Arena. And the start of this one here tonight. The Heat begin the game with the basketball. Jay, sometimes it's not just the Heat that does opponents in Miami.
I've been a victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
Nice pass to set things up.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Had a good look there, but it's no good.
Nothing better than when the defense communicates to each other that the shot clock is down to 5. When they yell red, they apply even more pressure on the ball.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Minnesota at the controls. Gets a shot up off the mark. Butler to bring it up. They lead it. 4-point game. Goran Dragic missed his first. That one goes.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Stuffs it down with authority. Safe to say, notice has been served.
Sometimes things go good. Other times, things go great. Everything going that team's way right now.
Teague with the basketball. 8-0 is the score. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Rises for the slam. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Scores from the post.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill, and you still knocked it down.
Butler into the front court. 10-2 the score. Stuffs it down with authority. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Short jumper won't go down.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Teague with it up top. Down a dozen. He'd come up with it. Here comes the screen. And it's rejected. Butler to bring it up. Up a dozen. Oh, emphatic slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
From the painted area, won't go down. Dragic with it. They lead it by 14. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
Stuffs it down with authority. This is spiraling out of control.
And this is where you feel so bad for that assistant coach that had the defensive scouting report. You knew he put in the time and effort to give you all the right tools to win this game. You've been caught out of position each and every time, which is the reason you're down.
Yeah, you don't want to make the boss unhappy. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though.
Ace sets it up and slams it down.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight. Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Yes, Andrew Wiggins. 2-of-4 now.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Screen coming.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Count the bucket for two.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Dragic into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Nothing going here on that drive. Butler had to force that one, but it's no good. It's the Heat with the possession. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves. Good look that time, but off the mark. Turns and slams it down.
I'll tell you what, it's impressive to watch a young player this new to the NBA not be afraid to drive to the basket. It goes a long way in establishing your presence in the league.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Substitutions, Minnesota.
Screen coming.
Bam Adebayo pins it.
Come on, you're right. Shoot it.
Towns. Those shots, Jay, have been few and far between in what has been an uneasy first quarter.
And Ed, sometimes that's all you need. Just get one or two to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Karl Anthony Towns, 3 for 6 now.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Here comes the screen. Stuffs Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Timberwolves have the basketball. Good on the layup.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Burke with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Has a look. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's still early in this game, but you can't send the wrong message to the offense by letting them think they can own the glass.
Napier with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. The pass set it all up.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
And scores. Karl-Anthony Towns with the finish.
In an era where big centers often get devalued, Karl-Anthony Towns is a true foundational player. He can function as a traditional center, but also can show you quick moves around the perimeter and knock down that three-point shot from deep.
Screen right.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul. Now a timeout here for the Timberwolves as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 7, Goran Dragic. Into the game for the Timberwolves, number 23.
Hit coming.
Off the mark. Count the basket at the rim.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Here comes the screen. We played a quarter here on Valentine's Day. Jay and I are back after this. It's a special presentation. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you. And
Yeah, baby, here we go. Into the game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, number 2, Jordan Bell. Into the game for Miami, number 8.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Teague with the basketball. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. Driving right to the basket. Short jumper won't fall.
And I love when great coaches make their players play these games. Pop does it with the Spurs all the time. He doesn't want their players to see 24 seconds on the shot clock. He wants his players to see, let's get 24 stops in a row.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Yes, Andrew Wiggins. 4 out of 7.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Hey, watch the screen left. Take my.
Gets to the basket and scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body. He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Burke with it. Looking to make something happen. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down?
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Jeff Teague. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Butler into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. And he finishes at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Jimmy Butler, that's 3 now on 4 shots. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Teague trying to finish, but he can't get it to go.
Nothing better than when the defense communicates to each other that the shot clock is down to 5. When they yell red, they apply even more pressure on the ball.
The Timberwolves have the basketball. Here comes the screen. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okey doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Short jumper won't go down. Dion Waiters, 3 for 3 in this first half.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Watch that color.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Just disrespectful.
Count it.
This is a statement game for this unit. This defense has generated a lot of easy offense. And the one thing we know in the league, easy offense is hard to come by.
Can't connect from in close.
Can you stand? He's coming. Can you stand? Okay, right.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Teague with it up top. Down a bundle. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. Trying to cash in. That's no good. T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. Teague. He got it off in time, but that shot no good.
Here we go. I got him. I got him.
Short jumper off the mark. Nice pass to get things going. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. They'll let one fly from half court. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Teague with the basketball. He'll run the offense.
Right.
Runner here won't go down. Dragic with the basketball. His guys lead here early stages. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Here comes the screen.
Screen coming your way.
Has a look. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Jimmy Butler, he's now 5 for 6.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Good on the layup.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
He'd have the basketball. Stuffs it down with authority.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on the swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
Teague with it up top. His guys down big. Towns. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
Can't connect.
And I love when great coaches make their players play these games. Pop does it with the Spurs all the time. He doesn't want their players to see 24 seconds on the shot clock. He wants his players to see, let's get 24 stops in a row.
T-Wolves with the basketball. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot won't go.
Everybody pick up. Everybody pick up. D up. D up.
Here comes the screen. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Miami's got it. Scores from the post.
Number 7, Goran Dragic.
Not that time.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Jimmy Butler.
Off the assist.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. And he hits.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Short jumper won't fall.
And I tip my hat to the defense on this one. Defenders can apply a lot of pressure, but so can the shot clock.
Deep two there. Won't go. Oh, and a putback.
I don't know if it was so much the bounce or the vertical. I think it was more so the reach. That's what happens when you have a 7+ wingspan.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you. Me and you.
He throws it down.
It has been. The passing has been great, but the precision of the passing has been next level. Every pass has been delivered right in the pocket, ready for the player to either shoot or dunk the ball.
Ah, no good. The follow won't go either. Kelly Olynyk able to recover with the block. 9 blocks. Knocked loose.
You see, Ed, when it comes to evaluating first-round picks, we tend to talk a lot about their offensive capabilities. But this young man is showing you that the defensive skill set should never be overlooked. Great block.
Butler creates the space to bury the 3 on the step back.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Screen come on left.
Kelly Olynyk tips it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Here comes the screen. Nice finish at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
has a chance. And it's Wiggins with the rebound. Not that time.
Double team, double team, double team.
I got double. Trap.
And scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now whistle as Minnesota's going to take the timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Substitutions, Minnesota.
Napier's shot won't fall. Burke with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Miami with the basketball. And count the basket inside.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Napier with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. The drive, right to the basket. Rocking the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Towns with a look. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. Butler to bring it up. His guys holding the big lead. He wants it at the rim and scores.
At least contest the shot.
Probably option 3 right there in the court, but every player is a threat. No excuse for that easy bucket.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. Can't connect from inside. Oh, nice find for the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Oh, he blocked it.
I'll tell you what you don't see. It's rare that you see young players dig their stakes into the ground and say, this is my territory. He's owning the paint.
That ends the third quarter, and the Heat right now. So the Heat will have it to start this fourth and final.
Let's bring the fire to him.
Entering the game for the Timberwolves, number 32, Karl Anthony Towns.
Shot from in close, no good.
Nothing better than when the defense communicates to each other that the shot clock is down to 5. When they yell red, they apply even more pressure on the ball.
Double.
Short jumper misses.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Can't connect from in close.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Got him. He up, baby. He up.
Whoa! What a finish!
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Able to convert inside. It's the Heat with the possession. Here comes the screen. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Butler buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Oh, he had him there for a second. Shot from the lane won't go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative, because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Count the basket inside.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
In the slam.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Napier with the basketball. Down a bundle. Count the basket.
Get it, shoot it again.
Number 20.
Butler into the front court. He'll run the offense. Oh, the touch at the...
Man, that may not have... been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away. At the pride of the defense.
Minnesota with the basketball. And Towns with the flush. The smooth, fluid game from Karl Anthony Towns.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
You got him.
Oh, nice swat.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Here's a chance from long range. Had to force that one, but it's no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Karl Anthony Towns snatching it out of the air. Make that 11.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. It's the Heat with the possession. Screen coming.
Oh, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
No good. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. The Heat with the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.